Chopin Analysis by Christina Young, Jessica Lynn, and Kimberly Gonzalez.
Kay was born in St. Louis, Missouri on February 8, 1850. She was bilingual and bicultural due to her French mother. Kate was one of the first American writers to introduce the idea of feminism to writing and society. Influences. As a young girl, Kate was mentored by her mother, her grandmother, her great-grandmother, as well as the nuns who taught her at school. A lot of fiction Kate wrote as an adult draws in nourishing she received from women as she was growing up. Influences. As a young girl, Kate was mentored by her mother, her grandmother, her great-grandmother, as well as the nuns who taught her at school. A lot of fiction Kate wrote as an adult draws in nourishing she received from women as she was growing up. The influence of French life and literature are noticeable throughout her writing as well. In the 1800s, women were expected to be mothers and wives. They had no opportunities nor respect. Men in the 1800s could go out wherever they wanted and get whatever job they wanted. And they were the head of the household and often the authority figure. Many children did not attend school. Fashion and luxury. The amount of luxury and fashion depends on the class a person was in. Men would wear different types of hats depending on their class. Women would wear long skirts, corsets, and day dresses depending on their class as well. Technology. Railroads were the biggest technology advancement in the time period, in which newspapers were huge. Music. The boom begins in the South, dominated by classical female songs. Creole music went off of traditional fiddlers. Economy, lack of government influence, and poorly regulated banking led to the Deep Depression in the 1840s and 1870s. Social issues. Women in the 1850s did not have the right to do much, for men were superior. Women were not respected. They were seen as just housewives and mother. Political issues. Central issues included opposition to the tax imposed by Congress to pay for the mobilization for the new Army and Navy in the quasi-war against France. Josephine, Louise's sister, tells Louise that her husband has died in a train wreck. Louise cries and becomes depressed. Louise then feels a sense of joy and relief that now she is free. Louise feels the same that her found new independence and soon new life. Her and sister walks downstairs, the doors open. There stand her husband, Brentley. Louise quickly collapses and dies from seeing her husband. Kate's goal was not to change the world, but to describe it accurately, to show people the truth about the lives of women in the 19th century. She was one of the first American authors to write truthfully about women's hidden lives. Literacy analysis. The story of Anna explains Kate's point of view on how female craved independence. This short story paints a picture of her feminist thoughts. One of the themes of the story is forbidden happiness. When Miss Mallory finds out that her husband is dead, and she soon realizes she is an independent person, but all her happiness comes to an end when she finds out her husband is still alive. She carries herself unwillingly like a goddess of victory, which is basically saying that she feels freedom and joy right after her husband's death. Louise feels relieved, free, and independent after her husband's death. When her husband was alive, Louise didn't feel like she was living a happy life. She felt as she was controlled by him and couldn't do anything. When he dies, she felt a sense of freedom and joy. Opposing critical viewpoint. In the story of Anara, the doctor says she died because she was happy her husband is still alive. But Jennifer Hicks argues that she didn't die because of her husband, but because of her heart problem she was having. In another criticism, Mark Cunningham argues that she did not see her husband before she died. The reason she died was because she couldn't contain her happiness when she realized she was independent and free. Concluding thoughts. Writers like Kate Chopin are not blinded by society. They see the truth and help others to see it. Once people open their eyes and are able to recognize the truth, when they work together to create social reforms movement and set out correct wrong and injustice.
created using Powtoon.